He's Jalen Rose. I'm David Jacoby. We are Jalen and Jacoby. What exactly is it that we do, Mr. Rose?
We give the people what they want.
The Super Bowl is set. It will be Brady versus Mahomes, and we will start the show with the former Tom Brady in Lambeau with the Buccaneers. End of the first half, they get this pick. Tom Brady puts on the big coat, takes it off, comes back in the game, and delivers this dime to Scotty Miller in the end zone. And again on Kevin King, who will be victimized throughout the day. Jalen, watching this game, what did you think about Tom Brady and the Bucs' performance?
Like, man, change clothes and go. Because they was going to punt it first, right? And then they called timeout. And they drew up that play. And it was kind of similar to what Mike Evans did earlier in the game, except he took this one all the way to the end zone. And you right, they was picking on King all game.
Yep.
I even called my Fab Five brother Jimmy. I was like, yo, he misrepresenting the name today. He misrepresenting the name today, dog. And that play, I believe, was the game-changing, momentum-building play that actually led to Tampa going on to win this game, in particular, the way Brady struggled in the second half.
Brady did struggle in the second half through some interceptions, but it was also the Buccaneers defense that needs to be celebrated today because it was JPP. And it was the big guy in the middle. And then it was also Shaq Barrett getting after Rodgers. And so much is going to be made of some of the decisions that were made late in the game, and we'll get to those. But I think that not enough people are giving flowers to this defensive unit that did a good job at shutting down the soon-to-be MVP and that Packers offense and limiting Adams. And, of course, Jones got injured, but limiting him and getting the ball loose from him before he was injured. What do you think about the Buccaneers' defensive effort?
And also, you got to give credit to Todd Bowles because here's the thing, Jacoby, about that defense, right? Shaq Barrett was an elite high number sack guy last year. So he had already been balling before Brady arrived. How about JPP? What he's overcome. Had an accident around the 4th of July a few years ago and basically blew off a couple of his fingers. And he's still playing professional football, getting sacks, leading the team to the Super Bowl. So you're exactly right. We're going to make it about the quarterback position because it's the glamorous spot. But that defense and those big boys was getting after it yesterday. They needed it too because they had to carry Brady in the second half. Total team victory.
Well, they always use the term Monday morning quarterback, and it's because of decisions like this. Let's listen to the Packers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, about his head coach taking the ball out of his hands in a key 4th and goal in the 4th quarter. Here's Aaron Rodgers.
I look over the sideline, I see, 5 big guys around the field. There's a lot of gymnastics that has to happen to get us, to be able to go for it there. But, I don't know. That decision was made, and we moved on.
Jalen, in the moment when they made the decision to kick the field goal, what did you think?
Jacoby, it was all good just a week ago. I was extremely conflicted because I did see them really struggle, in particular Rodgers to Adams, time and time again in the red zone, not be able to connect. Yep. And it was just the opposite the entire season. So I understood, I get it. I understand why you want to kick the field goal. I get it. You want to get it to 5. And then all of a sudden, if we score, we win the game. And we go on to the Super Bowl. But if you're the CEO of that situation as the head coach, Jacoby, as I sit back and I look at all the variables involved, I think about how even though Aaron Rodgers is a superstar player, it seems like they don't necessarily give him the cachet that he deserves within the organization. And I don't like to see sad Aaron Rodgers at the press conference. I like to see Aaron Rodgers talking about a heavy pour of scotch.
Yes, how many fingers of scotch?
And it's like, wait a minute. Y'all ain't on the phone with Aaron Rodgers talking to him about what y'all gonna do with y'all first round pick? Aaron Rodgers can't decide if gymnastics between 3rd and 4th down is gonna happen? Like, wait a minute, he didn't know? He thought that they was gonna have 4 downs? And so that's probably why he didn't run it in earlier, as opposed to taking that risk. And so, Jacoby, as I really think back at all of this, Matt LaFleur should have put it in Aaron Rodgers' hands. So therefore, if Aaron Rodgers don't come through, he'd be the person getting the blame. But since he didn't and they didn't, now Aaron Rodgers is going to be a hero in this movie.
I like that.
Know that's how you think.
I like that you brought it up because you said CEO. That brings me into the corporate world. And in the corporate world, you just want to make sure that you're not the one to blame. If LaFleur left Aaron Rodgers on the field and Aaron Rodgers then throws another incomplete pass and they turn the ball over and lose the game, now it's on Aaron Rodgers. But one of the reasons that I believed he actually kicked that field goal was the ineptitude of Aaron Rodgers that brought them to that point. You mentioned his connection with Devontae Adams around the goal line. They had one possession where they tried Devontae Adams on 3 straight plays and couldn't connect to him once. And you saw the 3 previous plays, they weren't close to scoring on 1st down and 2nd down and 3rd down. So you're looking at 4th down, not from the 2, not from the 4, not from the 5. It's from the 8-yard line. Like, you look at these plays, these are not near misses. Like, these are throws that aren't even close. And then the one where he should have ran it in. Watch this, completely covered. This is a double, throwing it into double coverage here. Like, I understand why he kicked it. The problem with kicking it is this. If you kick it, you have to get a stop to win the game. If you don't kick it, you have to get a stop to win the game. Might as well go for it on 4th down.
But if you're the Green Bay Packers and your goal is to play boss versus worker to Aaron Rodgers, then you got to continue and allow that to play itself out. Allow him, like you just said, to come up short on 4th down, and then now people probably question Aaron Rodgers not getting it done. They'll say, well, Tom Brady, when he had his 4th down in the first half, him and Bruce Arians was on the same page. Bruce said that he allowed him to coach now. They ain't allow him to do that to New England. And he trusted his guy, and his guy came through to Scotty Miller deep. So now you ain't trusting your guy. So if that was their goal when you draft somebody in the 1st round, Jacoby, and you're not allowing him to make the decision whether you're going to go for it or not, that was their chance to go ahead and let him fail. They didn't do it. So now anybody like me, absolutely. So now it's like we're looking at the coach and not the player because he should have gave Aaron Rodgers that chance, Jacoby. Tom Brady gonna get a 1st down. On the first play, they got 9 yards. So I know in your head is like, he said
2-minute warning,
we got 3 touchdowns, we got 3 timeouts, we got the 2-minute one. I know that sounds good. But Tom Brady needs 1 first down.
He's gonna get a 1st down. Well, you know that I'm a lifelong diehard member of Bills Mafia, and the Bills ran into a buzzsaw that was the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what happened? Better football team, better football players. It was just that simple. That's what it looked like in the night game between the Bills and the Chiefs. What did you see from the Super Bowl champions?
I see what I've been saying all year. Anybody that's watched this show, look, the Kansas City Chiefs are in fast forward. Did you see the cheetah yesterday?
You can't tackle him. You can't catch him. He's too fast.
Did you see the cheetah yesterday?
He's too fast.
Like, seriously, man. Like, and Kelsey, what about those hands and how he glides in the open field and sheds tackles? And then Mahomes. Hardman muffed the play and it led to a score at the beginning of the game. They probably was like, good, now we got to pass every time. Yeah, now we got to pass every time. They love coming from behind. Andy Reid just loves dialing up pass plays. Eric Bieniemy like, oh, all these head coaching jobs got filled, and y'all don't want, I'm over. See, that's what happens, Jacoby. I can't front. Sometimes when you look like me, people feel like, oh, now when I'm overqualified, people don't want to give me top dollar. Now look at the Super Bowl. You got Brian Leftwich on one side. And you have 2 black offensive coordinators. So the Kansas City Chiefs are in fast forward. I agree with you. The better football team won. But what about your Bills Mafia? Your lifetime membership? How are you dealing with this disappointment? You found a way to attach your love to a situation, and it came up short. How do you feel?
It didn't. It did not come up short. This was a successful season for me and the Bills Mafia. And you know what? I'm not leaving the Bills Mafia. I'm staying with the Bills for another season because this is what you have to do. You have to get to the precipice, and then you get over it. This was a great season. 2 home playoff victories for the Buffalo Bills. That hasn't happened in a quarter century. That is an extremely successful season. How dare you mention this team came up short? They did not come up short. You do not have to win a championship or bust. That is not how the world works. There is nothing wrong with going to the AFC Championship and losing to a better football team. And you mentioned Tyreek Hill and Kelsey, the 2 combined for 22 catches and about 300 yards. It just seemed like whenever you needed it, Hill will get you 20 yards. Whenever you need it, Kelsey's going to be wide open for a first down. Like, those two are just unstoppable. Patrick Mahomes using those type of weapons. And you mentioned McCole Hardman muffing the punt. They basically spotted the Bills 10 points. They missed the extra point, so it was 9 points. But even at that point, this wasn't a great game from Josh Allen. It really wasn't. And low-key, Josh Allen didn't have a great game all playoffs long, but I think that this experience of getting to the AFC Championship game will be key for these Bills. Look at Josh Allen. Like, why are you running 25 yards backwards and getting sacked?
Well, they got the honey badger on the blitz.
Why are you running 25 yards backwards?
Frank Clark, University of Michigan. You saw him with his Joe Namath fur coat on post-game. You got 5 guys in the backfield. You see, like, get off me, man. Just threw the ball. You're not like street football. Like, get off me, man.
You know, I said that I would jump through a folding table if the Bills won, and obviously that's not going to happen. But I did get this text from you. Well, I did get this text from you to me and our producer. Check out this text from you. I believe Jacoby should still jump through a table to say thanks to Bills Mafia. I believe Jacoby should still jump through a table to say thanks to Bills Mafia. You are just dying to get me hurt because you know that either my back or that table or both are breaking if that is to happen. However, when the Bills make it to the Super Bowl next year, I will jump through the table.
You know the great thing about that text chain is Demetrius was like, I'm with it. Like, he was the person that got to jump. I love this show so much. We got the greatest staff in the history of television and podcasts.
So, Jalen, we have 2 weeks to break down every single storyline leading up to the Super Bowl. We know how exhausting these 2 weeks can be when it comes to discussion about the Super Bowl. But your quick reaction to this matchup, the Chiefs and Mahomes against Brady and the Bucs.
Old school Chevy to drop top Porsches. Couldn't walk a mile off in my... Because that's what we have here. Tom Brady, been there, done that. The accolades continue to happen. And, hey, Tommy, can I get some Michigan Wolverines music?
What?
Celebrate my guy, Tom Brady, please, who took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Super Bowl? The Buccaneers to the Super Bowl?
He better enjoy that trophy that he's got in his hand because there is no chance that he'll be holding up the Lombardi at the end of the Super Bowl. You know the Chiefs are winning this one. So enjoy it, Tom Brady. Enjoy these 2 weeks because the Chiefs are coming to town and they're going to take you down. We have so much more to discuss, including Matthew Stafford. Looks like he will no longer be under center for the Seaport District of Manhattan, and brought to you by Chase. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen, this is where we all make the regrettable decision to allow you to decide what we discuss. It is time for Keep It Moving.
Woo! Tang!
If you want to discuss the topic, say hit the brakes. If not, we will keep it moving. And we start in Detroit with your terrible dumpster fire of a franchise. The Detroit Lions have some news about the quarterback position. They are actively seeking to trade Matthew Stafford. Your feelings as a lifelong Lions fan?
I tried to get Matthew Stafford rescued the last couple of years. You know I'm a diehard Lions fan, but he's a good football player. And I felt like these last couple of years, he could have been balling on a contender, getting some wins and elevating his numbers and put himself in position for Hall of Fame status. That wasn't going to happen here with his dollar figure at that point of his career. That's why I was saying in a quarterback-heavy draft last season, you should pick a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, yes, we did take Jeff Okudah, but we still are going to be looking for a quarterback.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
The Lions are so bad. They're just so bad. You ran Barry Sanders out of town, You ran Megatron out of town, and now you're actively seeking Matt Stafford after not drafting a quarterback. Well, there is another quarterback on the market, potentially. A gentleman by the name of Deshaun Watson. Keep moving to hit the brakes. He said, I don't care who you hired as a head coach, I'm gone. I don't care who you hire. You can hire my dad, you can hire my brother, I'm gone. Don't even talk to me about the head coach position. What do you think about this stance from Deshaun Watson?
I want to talk to the ownership of the Texans and of the Packers. Yes, those are y'all football teams. You can own them in perpetuity in your family. Pass it on for generations to generations. Congratulations. But you may not realize you have generational talents under center that you should be including in big-time decisions as it relates to the front office, coaching staff, and the roster. And if we're going to go for it on fourth down or not. When you're not doing that, Jacoby, you're doing your franchise a major disservice when you're not in a court with Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers. Both of those guys seem like they deserve to be elsewhere. How about that, Jacoby? They deserve to be elsewhere. Aaron Rodgers ain't finishing with the Packers. Deshaun clearly ain't finishing with the Texans. And it's only because ownership ain't working in a court with them. And that's crazy to me.
Jalen, Dame Lillard putting together
Hit
some
the brakes.
big performances
Dame
this season.
Dollar.
He had 39 points, his third straight game of 35 plus. This one came in a win over the New York Knicks.
You know I like to see my Bay Area cousin putting in work. Hella work for the town. But here's the thing, though. Dame Daddy just had twins, Jacoby. Big shout to him and his family. Congratulations. And also, I love how he put the 57-6 in his shoe. The way he shot down OKC out of the playoffs. That was a boss move.
Dame, if you need twins advice, hit me up. Like you, I have an older one, and then came twins. I've got some advice for you. Moving on, we have Jaylen Brown with a unique performance against the Cavs.
Hit the brakes.
We'll hit the brakes on this one. In just 19 minutes, Jaylen Brown scored 33 points. If you haven't been paying attention, Jaylen Brown has put together a really, really good season thus far.
That's all I wanted to say is Jaylen Brown is so improved for a guy that didn't make the All-Star team last year. It's not like the Luka leap where I'm going to say he's a top 10 player, but he legit All-NBA consistently now. And all defense.
Plays both ends of the floor. With Jason Tatum being out because of COVID protocols, they need it, and he has delivered night in and night out.
And he might run for president of the United States one day. He and Malcolm Brogdon.
Well, quietly, the Clippers are putting together win after win after win. Keep moving to hit the brakes.
I'm happy to see Ballmer's group balling, but you know they're going to be judged by what happens in the playoffs. Keep it moving for now.
We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
On LaMelo Ball's Hornets, Gordon Hayward has put together some big games. Gordon Hayward had 39 and a game winner in this one to stop a losing streak for the Hornets. What do you think about this Hornets nucleus that they've put together down there in Charlotte?
LeVar Ball is right. You tricked me right there. Because when you said LaMelo, I said hit the brakes.
That's what you
But you weren't even here to talk about him.
We'll keep it moving.
We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
Mike Thomas still feels a certain way about how he was used with the Saints.
Hit the brakes.
Well, Mike Thomas took to Twitter and said these things that certainly were not very veiled shots at the way he was being used. Basically, he's saying that I'm running a shallow cross all day and anyone can cover that. What do you think about Mike Thomas and his relationship with the Saints? And let's also note that Mike Thomas had some surgeries for some issues he had during the season.
Well, in all fairness, Drew Brees, a future Hall of Famer, clearly wasn't able to throw the deep ball the way he should the last couple of years in order to be a threat to the defense and take the top off. That is an absolute fact. But what I will say, he is the same quarterback that hooked up with Thomas and they broke NFL record for catches in a season. That also did take place. So for me, is the same storyline as I've been saying all year. They were not in accord since the Colin Kaepernick and the flag incident took place in the offseason. It just seems like the season started to be turbulent and it ended as such.
Sure did. It ended with him having 0 receptions in a playoff game. Conor McGregor got knocked out.